No. I honestly cannot possibly be reading this correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, Letitia James has ended her career. She's gone broke and she's doing fundraisers trying to get money. She's begging for money right now. It's pretty crazy. This was a person, right? The Attorney General of New York was the person responsible for really trying to split the country up, spark a civil war by going after Donald Trump, knowing the consequences of that. And now it's all coming back. And do you guys feel bad? Does anybody feel bad? Well, let's actually read this real quick. So Letitia James has launched a fundraiser seeking donations up to $18,000 a person. She's seeking money for the defense, right? She's going to need in the wake of the alleged mortgage fraud. You know, the charges are coming. And it's so crazy because she did not see this coming. How can you not see this coming? We saw this coming. At some point, Trump was going to be elected. She will have to pay the price of being corrupt. She should have known this was coming. In other words, she's fighting to keep her ass in jail. She's calling this, by the way, she's calling this whole process fighting for our rights. We're fighting for our rights. I need you to send me money. I have no money. I blew everything. I have nothing. Yeah, it's pretty wild. And here's the proof here. So again, like I'm from New York. I remember this woman being so cocky. She was so cocky and so confident that she was going to arrest Donald Trump. That Donald Trump was the bad guy. We must stop Donald Trump. And now all this stuff coming out about her marrying her dad, right? Like mortgage fraud. And now she's begging people to reelect her, starting fundraisers. Like, this is pretty crazy. New York AG Letitia James is guilty of exactly what she sued President Donald Trump for. Now she's launching an extravagant fundraiser for the 2026 reelection campaign. The high-dollar fundraiser will be hosted at the home of left-wing activists Rod Grozier and Rob Smith, the latter of whom is the CEO and the founder of Fluid Project, a gender-neutral clothing company. What the hell is going on? Let's go check up, because this is a crazy scandal, right? We know that we're hoping that Pam Bondi steps up to the plate and charges her with mortgage fraud and, you know, inflating. You know, she tried to lock Donald Trump up for this same thing, right? Except Donald Trump wasn't committing fraud. He was just adding extra value to his properties, right? But let's just continue.
Pull up call for number one right here. You had the headline. Sunday report, a Tish James scandal. Is the New York Attorney General guilty of exactly what she sued Donald Trump for? You then go into the details of what she's potentially accused of now. So what's it like for you to now see that there are potential criminal charges being referred to DOJ when you had this a couple months ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's gratifying that it's getting attention, and we have to be careful. Look, she's a public figure, I get that, but she gets her chance to answer this out. There hasn't even been a complaint or an indictment, so, you know, she might have answers. But as I said, it's really, really compelling, and I have to give credit to...
Does she have the answers? Do we believe she has answers? You know, often I've noticed, and a lot of you guys say this too. I've been paying attention to your guys' comments. Every time they scream something or whatever it is that they're screaming, it's usually what they're guilty of. Like, literally, this is what they've been guilty of. Like, oh, now they're screaming, oh, insider trading. What? Like, this is what you guys have been guilty of for so many years. Let's continue.
Sam Antar, because he just kept digging away on this. There's people have thrown all kinds of shade at him here. Oh, you're working for the Trump administration. All of that's completely not true. He hasn't worked for the government in a long, long time. But there were two really salient aspects of this that if you have any kind of an investigatory mind, you have to say to yourself, there looks like there's some real smoke here. She's claimed these Virginia houses, at least one of them, as her primary residence when she's the Attorney General. In fact, some of that paperwork was filed when she was about to bring the case against Donald Trump. So that took real chutzpah. So the other thing, though, and I think this is real trouble, is that her Brooklyn residence, she has a residence in Brooklyn that she has repeatedly claimed over the course of the ownership that it's only 4 residences. Why? 5 or above is commercial, and that's going to be a higher rate. And so she's always claimed through a series of paperwork filings that it's only 4 residences.
Wow.
But the New York City certificate of occupancy, which is a determining factor, says that it's 5. And you got to say to yourself something else. She's been on a government salary. Where's she getting all of this property?
Yes. Thank you. Like, can we finally start doing some math? Your own government salary. How do you have all these residences and these homes? Come on, man. Come on. Like, this is so wild to me. Like, it's so wildly disgusting, in my opinion, that most of these government officials and elected attorney generals, elected DAs, elected congressmen, senators, like, they have so much money on $100,000 a year salary, right? Some of them probably make 200,000, but you're not a millionaire. And to be honest, in the past 4 years in this economy, like, we like, it's hard to buy homes and it's hard to buy properties on that salary. I'm sorry, man. This is crazy. I can't wait. Look, there has to be an indictment. But again, I don't know what the Trump administration is going to do. Pam Bondi has been iffy. Let me know your guys' comments on Pam Bondi. But Letitia James has all these residencies, right? She has everything going on for herself, but yet you need to fundraise, to fight. We got to fight. I need this money. She's going to a gender neutral clothing company to help her. What happened to the money? Did you blow it? The money that you had that we don't even know where it came from. It's so wild. Politics is so crazy, nasty to me, man.
Yeah. I mean, you know, she's quite the real estate tycoon.
Seems like a significant detail in all of this. You mentioned that this was broken on the Ingram angle last night. Here's Jonathan Turley on the criminal referral against James. Listen.
This is really for James, the very case that she most famously brought. She insisted that these technicalities matter and that the powerful should not be given a free pass. Well, that bill has come due.
Yeah, so there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A huge scandal. She's raising money. She's gone damn broke. It's it's pretty crazy to me, man.
Wrong with this lady.
We'll never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president when our fundamental rights are at stake. I believe that the president of these United States can be indicted for criminal offenses.
That man in the White House.
Democrats.
Who can't go a day without threatening our fundamental rights.
Yes, we need to focus on Donald Trump and his abuses. We need to follow his money. We need to find out where he's laundered money. We need to find out whether or not he's engaged in conspiracy. It's important that everyone understand that the days of Donald Trump are coming to an end.
I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, defending your rights, and then going home.
Oh, she wants to go home. Well, how ironic. It's Letitia James's home and all the mortgage fraud that she's been doing over all this time that has her at rock bottom. Now they're coming after her law license. Now she's begging for $18,000 per person. But how did we get here?
Trump administration accused New York Attorney General Letitia James of mortgage fraud. They've made a criminal referral to the Justice Department seeking federal prosecution.
Oh my goodness. Now apparently they've caught her making false declarations in mortgage documents. They're trying to get her indicted.
Yo, go check out the lead attorney general. The lead attorney, not the lead attorney general. That's his name on there. I wanted to clip that because he has these clips of how back in 2018, she was basically making shows like she was acting, because she was doing the same thing. In fact, again, I keep saying the same thing. Not really. No, this is like real mortgage fraud. This is like, where you get all this money from? We know where Trump got his money from. He's a billionaire. She's not, but she has the portfolio of a billionaire. How do you even get there? And this is not just her. It's more, but we're just reporting on her because of who she is and what she did and how she tried to put Trump away for a long time. And try to take his assets away, by the way. She literally campaigned on going after Trump. Most of them have. Alvin Bragg as well. So now she's trying to campaign and raise money. And again, where does this money come from? And it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I understand. But shout out to the lead attorney on YouTube for having those clips. And we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens with this. I hope that Pam Bondi, the actual attorney general of the United States of America, does what she needs to do here, because, man, I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait.